Good afternoon and welcome to Beach Collegiate Baseball League action. Sorry we're a little bit delayed, some technical difficulties, but we are on now as the pitch is a called strike. And it's an 0-2 count to Owen Podolak here in the bottom half of the first inning. Go through the top half of the first inning in just a second. And that ball is lined out into straightaway center field. Not having to move much at all is Miller out in center field, and there's one away. In the top half, John Scarcella led off with a strikeout swing. Jason Ramos grounded out to the first base, to the shortstop. And Nico Hall struck out as well. That's how the top half of the first inning went. It was a 1-2-3 inning. That'll bring up Chase James, the designated hitter. Start time right around 1:30 here, as that pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's an 0-1 count. We'll get you the starting lineup and the defensive alignment for both teams in just a second, as that misses outside. It's a 1-1 count. Owen Podolak led it off for the Dolphins. Chase James, the designated hitter, is up second. Podolak playing right field. The 1-1. Ball outside, 2-1 count. Brady White, the third baseman, will bat third. The cleanup hitter will be Dawson Barnes, and he will be the first baseman. Quinn Cherry, the left fielder, will bat fifth as that ball is hit out into straightaway left field. Moving over just slightly to his right and making the catch is Hall. And there are two away. 2 up, 2 down, 2 flyouts. And now that'll bring up Brady White. Grant Mitchell will bat sixth and play shortstop. Batting seventh, and the catcher is Matt Cinco. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Andres Perez. Bo Spears will bat ninth and play center field as that pitch misses high. It's a 1-0 count to White. And batting 10th, the extra hitter is Frankie Hernandez. The defensive alignment for the Waves as the pitch is swung on and grounded over to the third baseman. Mergenovich will take it himself, throw on to first base in time for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 go both teams in both the top and bottom half of the first inning. We head to the top of the second inning, still scoreless here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Middle of the order, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Waves in the top half of the second inning. It will be Kevin Warwick leading it off from Lock Haven College. Beautiful day out here today. Not a cloud in the sky right now as the first pitch misses high. And it's a 1-0 count to Warwick. The pitch is a ball low. 2-0 count. 81 degrees outside right now here in Myrtle Beach. This is a battle between the number 3 seeded team and the number 11 seeded team. The pitch is a ball up and in. 2-0 count. The 2-0. Swung on and fouled back. And it's a 2-1 count now. The 2-1. Ball low. Actually, 3-1 count as that pitch misses low. And Warwick works a walk. That's the first base runner for either team thus far today. That'll bring up Dakota Miller, the center fielder. Runner on first base, nobody out here at Myrtle Beach High School, Seahawk Field. The first pitch to Miller is swung on and fouled back, and it's an 0-1 count to Miller. 330 down the left field line, 315 down the right field line, and 370 to straightaway center field. The 0-1. Curveball misses inside. 1-1 count. This is game 3 of 5 here at Myrtle Beach High School today. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. And it's a 1-2 count. Runner on first base, nobody out here in the top half of the second inning. The 1-2. Curveball misses high. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Swung on and grounded up the middle. Over to second base. Will get the runner at second base, but actually that will be a double play. A 4-6-3 double play, and there are 2 away. So now nobody on, 2 outs. That ball hit up the middle, and a good play by the middle infielders turning that double play. That'll bring up Tyler Bischke. First pitch to him is a ball high, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch, ball low, 2-0. Tyler Bischke from Murray State College batted .331 in his freshman year. As that pitch is a strike at the knees, it's a 2-1 count now. With 57 runs, 7 home runs, and 35 RBI. Had a great season at Murray State College this season. The 2-1. Swung on and lofted high out into left center field. That could go, but it will be caught at the warning track by Spears to end the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Middle of the order, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Dolphins in the bottom half of the second inning. Leading off will be Dawson Barnes, the first baseman. The first pitch is a ball outside, and it's a 1-0 count to Barnes. Dawson Barnes from Young Harris College batted .215 his junior season with 14 runs, 3 home runs, and 9 RBI. The first pitch to Sherry is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1. Swung on a high chopper down the third base line. Coming in, charging in, throwing on the first base in time for the first out of the inning is Mergenovich. And there's one away. Great job by Mergenovich. That was a very... Oh, they're going to actually call him safe. Just barely getting in. Great attempt by Mergenovich anyway. But they will say that Sherry beat out the throw just by a few inches. And now there are runners on first and second base with nobody out. That'll bring up Grant Mitchell, the shortstop. That is a curveball that misses low and away. Gets away from Delgadillo for a second, but he keeps it in front of him and it prevents either runner from advancing. The defensive alignment for the Waves is Hall, Miller, Scarcella in the outfield left to right. Mergenovich, Bishke, Ramos, and Warwick third to first in the infield. As that ball is lined out into right field in there for a base hit. It will not be hit deep enough to allow Barnes to advance from third. But each runner moves up a base, and now the bases are loaded with still nobody out. That'll bring up Matt Cinco, the catcher. The catcher for the Waves is Delgadillo. He'll do the catching for Jared Adams. Bases are loaded now, nobody out. And Matt Cinco steps up to the plate. Cinco from Virginia Wesleyan batted .317 this past season, his sophomore year, with 7 runs, 3 home runs, and 13 RBI. A good offensive showing for the Dolphins thus far in this inning. Bases are loaded. The first pitch to Cinco. Strike at the knees, and it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 fouled back, and it's an 0-2 count now. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball. Hit over to the third baseman. Throw on to set home for one. On to first for a double play. And just like that, after looking like they were going to score a run, the potential runner from third is wiped out. So mark that a 5-2-3 double play. And now there are 2 away. That pitch is swung and grounded over to the first baseman. He'll field it, step on first himself. And after putting the bases loaded, the Dolphins are not able to capitalize. No runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 2 full, it's still scoreless here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Waves, and we head to the top of the third inning. Leading it off for the Waves as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one, and it's 0-1. Leading it off for the Waves is the extra hitter, Noah Wiggins. Wiggins from Chesapeake College, the 0-1 pitch. Curveball that is lined out into left field, down the line, going back all the way to the track, and now land just in front of the wall. Rounding first and heading for second and sliding in there safely is Wiggins. That's a leadoff double. And now the Waves have a chance to potentially put the first run of the game on the board. That'll bring up Logan Mergenovich. Mergenovich from Westminster College in his freshman year batted .306 with 18 runs. As they will go, the catcher, Cinco, will go out to talk with C.J. Harrison. The first pitch to Mergenovich will not come as Harrison will spin around, keeping Wiggins at second. Mergenovich in his freshman year batted .306 with 18 runs and 11 RBI. That pitch is a ball low in the dirt, gets away from Cinco at the plate, and he doesn't even really try to go after it quickly. And in the process, Wiggins is able to advance to third on the wild pitch. So runner just 90 feet away now. The 1-0 ball low, 2-0 count now. The 2-0 pitch. Ball just a little bit low as well, and it's a 3-0 count. The 3-0. Strike right down the heart of the plate, and now it's a 3-1 count. The 3-0. Swung on a high chopper up the middle. Grounded, grabbed by the second baseman, Paré. He'll throw on the first base in time for the first out of the inning. But meanwhile, Wiggins will score. And the Waves will put the first run of the game on the board. That'll be a 4-3 fielder's choice for Mergenovich, which will drive the first run of the game in. That'll bring up Jonathan Delgadillo. The first pitch to Delgadillo. Misses up and in, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Misses low and in, 2-0 count now. Delgadillo from Hudson Valley Community College. The pitch is a ball up and in, 3-0 count now. The 3-0. Misses low and inside, and Delgadillo works a 4-pitch walk. So runner on first base now with one away. That'll bring up Aaron Carlton. Carlton from USC Salkehatchie. In his freshman year, batted .217 with 19 runs and 3 RBI. The first pitch misses up and in, and it's a 1-0 count. That ball ran in on Carlton's hands. He just was able to pull them back. The 1-0 misses low and away, 2-0 count. And after it looked like the Dolphins were going to get the first run of the game in the last half inning and looked like they had the potential to blow the game open. That pitch is a strike on the low inside corner, and it's a 2-2 count now. Now the Waves already have broken the deadlock and scored the first run of the game and trying to do more. That ball's lined foul down the left field line. And it'll remain a 2-2 count. Runner on first base, one away. The 2-2. Fastball is lined out into left center field. That one will get up against the wall. Not rounding second. Actually, that ball was caught by the center fielder for the first out of the or for the second out of the inning. Excuse me. So that'll bring us back to the top of the order at John Scarcella. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging to lead off the game. The pitch. That ball is blooped high into shallow left field. Coming out and making the catch is the shortstop Mitchell. And that will end the inning. But not before one run is put on the board. One run on one hit. No errors and one left on base. After 2.5, it is 1-0 Waves here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Nine 10-1 due up for the Dolphins as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. It will be Bo Spears leading it off, the center fielder. And they will face off against Jared Adams in his third inning of work. The first pitch swung on and missed for strike one, and it's 0-1 to Spears. Adams from West Virginia University Potomac State College. The 0-1 is a ball up and away. 1-1 count now. In his freshman year, had a 3-1 record with a 9.39 ERA, 1.83 WHIP. And that pitch is swung on and grounded into the hole into right field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Spears. And that'll bring up Frankie Hernandez. Adams had 12 walks and 18 strikeouts in his season with WVU Potomac State College. Throws a 78 to 83 mile an hour fastball, 70 mile an hour curveball. The first pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's a 0-1 count to Hernandez. 73 mile an hour slider and a 69 mile an hour changeup. The pitch is a ball outside. Throw down to second base, but was not running was Spears. Kind of surprising to see Delgadillo throw it down. The 2-1. Swung on and lofted into right center field over the head of the second baseman Ramos into right center for a base hit. Rounding second and hanging for third and getting in there safely is Spears. So now there's runners on the corners with nobody out. And the Dolphins are looking to tie the game back up after giving up the first run of the game in the top half of the third to the Waves. That'll bring us back to the top of the order and Owen Podolak, who's 0 for 1 today. The first pitch to Podolak. Ball low and away, 1-0 count. Podolak from Assumption College. The 1-0. Curveball misses high, 2-0 count. In his freshman year, batted .091 with 1 run. The 2-0. Curveball drops in at the letters, and it's a 2-1 count. The 2-1. Popped high and out of play. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. Bounces right on top of the press box. Runners at the corner. Nobody out. Dolphins threatening to tie the game back up at 1. The pitch. Swung on, high chopper over to the second baseman. He'll field a throw on the second for 1. On to first, not in. Oh, in time! A generous call, I think, by the field umpire. But they do turn the double play. But meanwhile, Spears does score on the ground ball. So a productive double play if there ever was one. And it's all tied up at 1. That'll bring up Chase James. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left in his first at-bat. The pitch. Swung on and grounded into the hole. Backhanded by the first baseman. He will not be able to get back to the bag in time. No one was thinking to cover first base. It took Adams a while to decide to go to first. And as a result, James is able to beat it out. So an infield single for Chase James brings up Brady White. He's 0 for 1 with a grounder to the third baseman to end the first inning. White from USC Sumter batted .270 this past season with 11 runs, 2 home runs, and 12 RBI. The first pitch. Strike on low inside corner, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Ball low. 1-1 count. The 1-1. Misses inside. 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on in a high chopper into the hole. Backhanded by the shortstop. Thrown on to first base in time by Biskey. In time for the final out of the inning. But not before the Dolphins tie the game back up. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 3 full, all tied up at 1 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Two, 3, 4 due up for the Waves in the top half of the 4th inning. White gave it a chase for a little bit, but then realized it was not going to be in reach. And held up. 1-2 count now. The 1-2. Curveball that didn't break. And it misses high, and it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up Nico Hall. Hall from Pitt Bradford College. Batted .234 in his freshman year with 8 runs and 14 RBI. The first pitch misses well high. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Ball just off the plate away. And it's a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch will not come as Harrison will step off the rubber. Now gets reset and deals. Misses well up and in, and it plunks Hall. And he'll head down to first base with the hit by a pitch. That'll bring up Kevin Warwick. He's 0 for 1. It actually does not have an official at-bat yet today. Worked a walk to lead off the 2nd inning. The first pitch to Warwick. Strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Warwick from Lock Haven College. The 0-1 misses inside. 1-1 count. The 1-1 misses up and in. 2-1 count. Runner on first base. 1 away. It's a 2-1 ball game. Excuse me, 1-all ball game. As both teams scored 1 in their respective halves of the 3rd inning. That pitch misses low. Throw down. Gets him. Just gets the throw in. Well-placed throw by Cinco. And he's able to catch Hall stealing at second. So now there are 2 away. That was a perfectly placed throw right into Mitchell's glove. And he just was able to slap the tag onto Hall as he passed him. That pitch misses low. And Warwick will work a walk. So runner on first base now with 2 away. That'll bring up Dakota Miller. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the second inning. The first pitch to Miller is fouled back, and it's 0-1. Dakota Miller from West Virginia Potomac State College. The pitch. Ball just off the plate outside, and it's a 1-1 count. Was a two-sport athlete at Marietta High School in Ohio, also playing football. The 1-1 misses up and in, 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and lined out over to the shortstop. He'll field it, flip on to second base in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 3.5, it's all tied up at 1 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Middle of the order, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Dolphins as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It will be Dawson Barnes leading it off. He led off the second inning with a single. The first pitch to Barnes is a ball low and inside. It's a 1-0 count. Led off the second inning with a single. Got all the way to third before getting gunned down at trying to go home. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1. High chopper to the left side. Fielded by the shortstop. He knocks it down, but he can't hang on to it. And Barnes is able to beat it out. Mark that as an E6. And Barnes gets on base to lead off the bottom half of the 4th inning. Dolphins trying to take their first lead of the game today. All tied up at 1 currently. That'll bring up Quinn Cherry. Cherry from Emporia State. The first pitch to Cherry is well up and in, and they will say it plunked him. So Sherry will go down to first base. Runners on first and second now with nobody out. That'll bring up Grant Mitchell. The shortstop, he's 1 for 1 today with a single. Grant Mitchell was a 3-sport athlete in high school at Avon High School in Ohio. Played wide receiver, cornerback, and free safety on the football team as that curveball hits the low outside corner, and it's 0-1, and while also playing basketball at Avon. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. It's an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch. High chopper to the left side. Fielded by the second shortstop. Thrown on to third base for 1. But that's all they will get. So a 6-5 fielder's choice. And now there are still runners at first and second. They do get the lead man at third. Runner on first and second with 1 away. That'll bring on Matt Cinco. The first pitch to Cinco. Swung on, high chopper over to the third baseman. See if they'll get 2. On to second for 1. On to first. Not quite in time. As they will say the throw pulled Warwick off the bag. So a 5-4 fielder's choice. And now there are runners at the corners with 2 away. That'll bring up Andres Pare. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the first baseman to end the second inning. That misses up and away. The 1-0. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 1, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and tipped at the plate. And it's a 1-2 count. Runners at the corner, 2 away. Dolphins have gotten each batter that they've had up at the plate on base in one way or another this inning. But in spite of that, there's 2 away and they've yet to score a run. The pitch. Curveball misses it inside. And it's a 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ball low and inside. Full count now. And Cinco takes second base on defensive indifference. So there are 2 runners in scoring position now. With 2 away. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 3. And that'll end the inning. So no runs on no hits. 1 error. And 2 left on base. After 4 full, it's still all tied up at 1 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 9-10-1 due up for the Waves as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. It will be Bo Spears leading it off. He's 1 for 1 with a single to lead off the 3rd inning, and then eventually came around to score as the first pitch is the ball outside. It's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 misses up and in. 2-0 count now. The 2-0 pitch. Ball low. 3-0 count now. The 3-0. Ball low and away, and Spears works a 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up Frankie Hernandez, who is 1 for 1 today. Hit a single in the 2nd inning. The first pitch as Hernandez will step out of the box. And now steps back in. The first pitch to Hernandez. Misses high, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Ball low and away. 2-0 count now. The 2-0. Misses low and inside again. And that ball gets away from Delgadillo. And he doesn't make much effort to go after it, which will allow Spears to get to second base on the wild pitch. So runner in scoring position now with nobody out, as Delgadillo goes out to talk with Adams. Hernandez steps back into the box. Runner on second base now with nobody out. The pitch. Misses inside, and Hernandez works a walk. 2 straight walks here in the top half of, bottom half. Oh no, I take that back. I'm on the wrong side of my scorebook. It is the top half of the 5th inning, as now a mound visit. That was actually Tyler Bischke and Noah Wiggins. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Waves. So 2 straight walks to Bischke and Wiggins. And the mound visit by the pitching coach for the Dolphins. And looks like there may be some substitutions. And yeah, it looks like we're going to get a new pitcher. Or no, I take that back. We will not get a new pitcher coming in. Lohan Mergenovich steps into the box now. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded into a fielder's choice and drove a run home. Runner on first and second, nobody out. The first pitch will not come as Harrison steps off the rubber, looking Bischke back. The first pitch. Ball low, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Bunt attempt, and it's bunted foul. And it's a 1-1 count. Now the Waves look to try to manufacture a run with the small ball. And the Dolphins are ready. First baseman Barnes is playing well in on the grass. That misses low. Snap throw over to second base and getting back in safely, just barely, is Wiggins. As with Barnes playing well in on the grass, Wiggins tried to take an extra lead, but a smart move by Perret, who's backing up Barnes at first base, trying to come in and trying to get Wiggins unaware. That misses low and away. And it's a 3-1 count. Barnes playing well in on the grass as that ball is popped foul. And now it's a full count, and you have to imagine now that he was swinging away anyway. But the bunt definitely not on now with 2 strikes. And surprisingly, Barnes is still playing in on the grass. And now he will back up a little bit, but still on the grass. That pitch is fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at full. Now Barnes moves back to his regular position. The payoff pitch misses high. And Marganovic works the walk. 3 straight walks to start off this inning, and the bases are now loaded. That'll bring up Jonathan Delgadillo. He does not have an official at-bat yet today. Worked a walk in the 3rd inning. He would love to get a hit right here and drive in a run. Still all tied up at 1. Goes past Harrison, but luckily Mitchell was right there at short to back him up and avoid that throwback being a disaster, as time is called now at the plate. The 2-2. Misses up and in. Full count now. And each team has had a couple of opportunities like this. Not quite as good as this with nobody out. But each time they've gotten knocked out of it. That was actually a 2-2 pitch, and it's a ball up and in. Full count now. The payoff pitch. Popped high into to the right of second base. Making the catch is Perret for the first out of the inning, and that's a big out number 1. As now a ground ball could get Harrison out of the bases loaded, nobody out jam. Aaron Carlton comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center field in his first at-bat. The first pitch to Carlton is a ball low. Gets away from Cinco. And that wild pitch will allow Bish to score. And now the Waves have a 2-1 lead. Neither of the... excuse me. Oh, he was actually called out. Wow, that was surprising. They called the runner at second going to third out. So now there are 2 away. Runner on second with 2 away. The pitch misses high, and it's a 2-0 count. The 2-0. Popped high over to the Dolphins dugout, but out of play. And it's a 2-1 count now. The pitch. Ball low and away. 3-1 count now. The 3-1. Misses high. And Carlton works a walk. So now runners at first and second base with 2 away. That'll bring us back to the top of the order and John Scarcella. Scarcella 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a pop-out. The Scarcella steps off and will reset. Now Scarcella steps back into the box. The first pitch. Misses high, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Misses up and in, 2-0. And that fastball by Harrison is riding high right now. The 2-0. That ball popped foul back to the screen. And it's a 2-1 count. The 2-1 ball again well high, and it's a 3-1 count. Runners on first and second base, 2 away. The 3-1. Well up and away, or excuse me, well up and in. And Scarcella works a walk, so now bases are loaded again, this time with 2 outs. And that'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Jason Ramos, who is 0 for 2 today. Manager going out for the Dolphins, going out to the mound. That may do it. It will. So we'll have a reliever coming on for the Dolphins. Already 1 run in this inning, and the bases are now loaded with 2 away. Here in the top half of the 5th inning, 2-1 Dolphins, or excuse me, 2-1 Waves lead it. We'll take a quick break and come right back here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. The first pitch to Ramos is swung on and flown high out of play. And it's an 0-1 count to Ramos. The 0-1 pitch. Misses outside. 1-1 count. The 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Ball low and away. 2-2 count now. Runners on every base. Bases loaded, 2 away. This is probably the biggest moment in this game thus far. The pitch. Ball low and inside. 3-2 count now. The payoff pitch. Swung on and hit out into straightaway center field, right at the center fielder. He'll just move over a little bit to his left and make the catch. Spears with the final out of the inning, but not before the Waves score 1. 1 run on no hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. After 4.5. It is 2-1 Waves here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 9-10-1 due up for the Dolphins as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Bo Spears will lead it off. He is 1 for 1 today with a single and a run scored. The first pitch to Spears. Curveball misses well up and in over Spears' head. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Ball high, 2-0 count to Spears. B.J. Spears was a two-sport athlete in high school, as that pitch is a strike at the letters, and it's a 2-1 count. Also played football at Tatnall Square Academy. That pitch misses low, 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch. Strike at the knees, called strike. Spears thought he had ball 4, started heading towards first base, but then was called right back by the home plate umpire. The payoff pitch. Ball low and away, and a leadoff walk for Spears. Put the runner on first base with nobody out for the Dolphins. That'll bring up Frankie Hernandez, the extra hitter. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. Runner on first base, nobody out. The first pitch to Hernandez. Curveball misses well outside. 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Long look in by Adams. Now he gets set and deals. Misses high, going for second base and getting in well ahead of the throw is Spears. So now a runner in scoring position with nobody out. So we'll take a quick break and come right back. Bases are loaded with nobody out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Dolphins trying to take the lead for the first time today, down by 1, 2-1, here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Keeping Podolak close. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. The pitch. Swung on and lofted out into left center field. Getting underneath it and making the catch is the left fielder. But tagging and scoring easily is Spears. And a sacrifice fly for James ties the game all back up at 2. The other 2 runners stay at their respective bases, so it's still first and second with 1 away now. That'll bring up Brady White. He's 0 for 2 today. Ground out to the third baseman and to the shortstop in his two at-bats. That misses high. It's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Strike on the low outside corner, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Ball low. 2-1 count. The 2-1. Swung on and fouled back to the screen, and it's a 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. That pitch was riding in on White's hands, and he just probably shouldn't have swung at it. It probably would have been a ball, but he just got a piece of it to stay alive. The 2-2, that ball once again fouled off, this time over the Dolphins dugout, and it'll remain a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed right down the heart of the plate. And there are 2 away. And again, now while not quite as bad as it was before, there's still the chance that they could strand runners on first and second now. That'll bring up Dawson Barnes. He's 1 for 2. Check swing. He did go around, they say. Or it's a called strike on a low outside corner. Either way, it's 0-1. Reached in both of his both of his at-bats. Last time up, reached on an error by the shortstop. That ball is swung on and lofted out into straightaway center field. But will be right at Miller, and he will make the catch. But not before the Dolphins put up another run on the board to tie the game back up. Heart of the order here in the top half of the 6th inning. The first pitch is swung on and grounded right back up the middle into the hole into center field for a one pitch leadoff single for Nico Hall. And just like that, after giving up a run in the bottom half of the 5th, the Waves are in business again, trying to reclaim the lead here in the top half of the 6th. That'll bring up Kevin Warwick. Does not have an official at-bat yet today. Worked a walk twice. That ball's fouled off. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 misses up and in. Or up and away, excuse me. And it's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1 misses up. 2-1 count now. This is game 3 of 5. Over halfway done through the day. Today, next game will be the Stars and the Generals facing off. That pitch misses outside. 3-1 count now. And then the final game of the day at 6 o'clock will be the Longboards facing off against whoever wins that Stars and Generals game. That misses up and in, and that's a walk. So runners on first and second base now with nobody out. That'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Dakota Miller. Miller 0 for 2 today. Hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the second inning, and then the inning ended with a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the 4th. That one misses high, and it's a 1-0 count to Miller. The 1-0 pitch. Ball high. And it's a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. And it's a 2-1 count now. Runners on first and second base, nobody out. All tied up at 2. The 2-1. Fouled back to the screen again, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball called, strike 3 at the knees. And there's one away. That'll bring up Tyler Bischke. He's 0 for 1 today. Reached on a walk in his last play appearance to start off the last inning. And then eventually came around to score. Which, for a little while, gave the Waves a 2-1 lead. For all of half an inning. Runner on first and second base, one away. The pitch. Fastball fouled off down the right field line. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball drops in at the knees. A perfectly placed curveball. And it's 0-2. The 0-2. That ball's fouled off, and we'll do it again at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball fouled off again. He was lucky to get a piece of that one. And we'll do it all over again at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch once again. Curveball misses low. Trying to get Bischke to chase. But Bischke having a good eye at the plate. The 1-2. Misses up and in. 2-2 count now. And what a way to continue this inning if Bischke could maybe even work a walk or get a hit here, making Harrison use a lot of pitches right here. The 2-2. Curveball popped high out of play down the left field. Oh no, we'll see. Oh, it actually will stay in play. And coming in and colliding up against the wall is Sherry, and he actually will drop it. Will not be able to make the catch. Looked for a second there like he caught that one. But as he collided into the fence in foul territory, he dropped it. And that's just a very high and loud strike. With 2 strikes already, it doesn't even necessarily count as a strike. The 2-2 pitch once again. Curveball misses well up and in, gets past the catcher all the way to the backstop, allowing both runners to advance. That one flew over Bischke's head. And that wild pitch puts 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 away. Full count now to Bischke. He's done a great job battling back. He was down 0-2 to start the at-bat. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees. And there are 2 away. What a battle in that plate appearance. Bischke fell down 0-2 to start off, then fouled off a bunch of pitches, got back up to 3-2, but then eventually Harrison finished it off with the strikeout at the knees. That'll bring up Noah Wiggins. He's 1 for 1 today with a double and a run scored. The first pitch to Wiggins. Curveball misses high. And it's a 1-0 count. Runners on second and third, 2 away. The 1-0. Ball low and away. 2-0 count. And this would be a huge blow if the Waves are not able to score. They've been much more efficient scoring and not leaving runners on base as that pitch misses low. And it's a 3-0 count now. They've been much more efficient when it's come to leaving runners on base, but they did leave the bases loaded in the last inning. And they may leave 2 runners in scoring position here right now as well. That's a strike on the low inside corner. And it's a 3-1 count now. The 3-1. That ball's popped foul behind the Dolphins dugout and off of the bleachers. This could be one of the biggest pitches, certainly the biggest pitch in this game thus far. The payoff pitch. Ball low and away. And Wiggins works a walk. So now the bases are loaded with 2 away. And that'll bring up Logan Mergenovich. Mergenovich 0 for 1 today. Worked a walk in the last inning and got all the way to third, but was stranded there. The first pitch to Mergenovich. Ball outside, and it's a 1-0 count. Low and away, 2-2 count. And you have to be careful with those pitches low, because you don't want to, even, yes, you're trying to get Mergenovich to chase, but you don't want to throw a ball in the dirt and have it get away from Cinco and allow a run to score in the process. The 2-2. That one gets low and away in the zone, and actually that was a full count, and that will walk in a run. The Waves are now up by a score of 3-2 and are still threatening. Bases are still loaded with 2 away. That'll bring up Jonathan Delgadillo. He's 0 for 1 today with a pop out and a walk. Bases are loaded, 2 away. Waves up by 1 now, trying to extend their lead. The pitch. Ball low and away, and it gets past Cinco. That will allow the runner from third, Warwick, to score, and it's now a 4-2 ball game. And that will also allow both of the other 2 runners to advance their respective bases. So now second and third with 2 away. And it's a 4-2 ball game. The 1-0 pitch. Misses up and away. 2-0 count now. The 2-0. Swung on, and that one's ripped into the hole into left field. 1 run will score. The runner from second home. That ball is in the dirt. It gets blocked by the catcher. The second run will score, but he will throw it down to second base to get Delgadillo out at second. And that'll end the inning, but not before 2 more runs come in for the Waves in that at-bat. 4 runs in total in the inning. 4 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 5.5, it is now 6-2 Waves here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Dolphins as they try to get back into this game after giving up 4 runs in the top half as that ball is swung on and line foul down the left field line, and it's an 0-1 count to Quinn Sherry. It is now 6-2. Waves lead this one. The pitch misses low and in. 1-1 count to Sherry. Sherry's 1 for 1 today with a single and was also hit by a pitch. Both times was stranded at third. That pitch misses low and away. It's a 2-1 count now. And could you imagine the difference in the game as that pitch is swung on and popped high over right behind the first base bag in foul territory? Having to move the umpire basically himself was Warwick, the first baseman, and he will catch it right behind the first base bag for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Grant Mitchell. He is 1 for 2. Singled and reached on a fielder's choice. But like I was about to say, when it comes to Sherry, could you imagine how this game would be different if he would have scored from third both of those times? As that pitch is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's an 0-1 count to Mitchell. That pitch is swung on and fouled back, and it's an 0-2 count. But that's basically the story of this game. The Dolphins have left a lot of runners on base. The 1-2 is fouled off down the left field line. And we'll do it all over again at 1-2. Now, the game wouldn't be tight or anything if those runs came in, but it certainly would be more manageable as that pitch is fouled back. And it'll be 1-2 once again. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. So it's a 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Swung on and grounded over to the second baseman. Fielded on the run. Throw in the dirt. But a nice scoop by Warwick at first base, and there is 2 away. Good job by Ramos, noticing how weakly that ball was hit, charging on it, barehanding it, throwing a bullet over to first base, and a good scoop by Warwick at first to get the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Matt Cinco. He's 0 for 2 today, reached on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. That pitch is the ball low and away, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Ball low and away. 2-0 count now. The 2-0 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. A great curveball right there. And it's 1-2. The 1-2. Ball low and away. 2-2 count now. The 2-2 is fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2. Fastball is a ball just a tiny bit low. And there's a 2-out walk for Cinco. So runner on first base now with 2 away. That'll bring up Andres Pere. He's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to the first baseman and struck out swinging to end both the second and fourth. Let's see if he finishes off the trifecta, as that pitch is a changeup that drops in at the letters. And it's 0-1. He may finish off every even-numbered inning in this game. The 0-1. Ball just a little low and away, and it's a 1-1 count. The 2-0. Swung on and lined out into right field, down for a single. That'll get cut off by Scarcella. But it will be deep enough to allow Cinco to advance to third. So that's a single for Pere. And now there are runners at the corner with 2 away. And the Dolphins have a chance of reducing the lead. Down by 4 currently. It's a 5-1 ball game. But every run counts this late in the game. That'll bring up Bo Spears. He is 1 for 1 today with a single, a walk, a stolen base, and 2 runs scored. He's been basically all the production for the Dolphins thus far today. The first pitch is the ball outside. It's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. High chopper up the middle. Fielded by Bish at short, thrown on to first base in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 6 full, it's still 5-1 Waves here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 10-1 2-2 up for the Waves in the top half of the 7th inning as the Waves would like to extend their lead up by 4, 6-2 currently. But the first pitch misses up. And it's a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball misses high, 2-0 count now. The 2-0. Misses outside, 3-0 count now. Aaron Carlton up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. That pitch, check swing, it was fouled off slightly. Just ricocheted off his bat as he checked it. And it's a 3-1 count now. The 3-1. Misses high. And Carlton works a walk to lead off the inning. That'll bring up John Scarcella. He's 0 for 2 today. Worked a walk in his last play appearance. The first pitch to Scarcella. Ball just a little bit low. Looked like that was right down the heart of the plate. But it's a ball, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Ball low and away in the dirt. Gets away from Cinco at the plate. And that wild pitch will allow Carlton to advance to second base. So now another run to extend the lead out to 5 is in scoring position at second base. The 2-0. Ball low, 3-0 count now. Scarcella trying to avoid the hat trick, but at this point, doesn't look like he's going to even come close. That pitch, ball low, and instead, Scarcella works his second walk. And now there are runners on first and second with nobody out. That'll bring up Jason Ramos. He's 0 for 3 today. And a visit to the mound by the second baseman. Paray goes out there just to talk some strategy with the runner on second base now. Infield in double play depth. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And it's 0-1 to Ramos. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses high. It's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1. Strike on a low outside corner, and it's a 1-2 count now. The 1-2. Misses up and away. 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded over to the third baseman. On to second for 1. On to first. A 5-4-3 double play. And there are 2 away. That will allow Carlton to advance to third. But now there's a runner on third base with 2 away. That'll bring up Nico Hall. He's 1 for 2 today. has a single and a run scored. Led off the last inning with a single and then came around to score the first of 4 runs in the inning. That misses well up and in as Hall has to duck out of the way. And it's 0-1. Or excuse me, 1-0. The 1-0. Curveball swung on and missed, and it's now a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch. Popped high over towards the Dolphins dugout. It will stay in play, and it will be caught by Barnes for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Last chance for the Dolphins, down by 4, as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive and avoid going into the loser's bracket. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 10-1-2 due up for the Dolphins as they have their last chance on offense in the bottom half of the 7th inning. It will be Frankie Hernandez leading it off. He is 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. The first pitch to Hernandez is swung on and fouled back. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 misses outside, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1 count now. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded down the left field line, but foul. It's a 2-2 count now. Each of these teams scored a run in the 3rd inning, as well as in the 5th. It was all tied up basically throughout this game, up until the top half of the 6th inning, when the Waves put a 4 spot on the board. That's up the elevator shaft, and it's now a 2-2 count. A 2-2. Another pitch, well high. That was actually a 3-2 count. And Hernandez works a walk. So a runner on first base now with nobody out. Dolphins trying to get something going. Have to score at least 4 to keep this game going. Back to the top of the order. Owen Podolak leads it off, or will hit now. He's 1 for 3 today. The first pitch to Podolak. Curveball misses high. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Misses high again. 2-0 count now. The 2-0. Strike at the knees. It's a 2-1 count now. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. A good changeup that got Podolak to swing over the top of it. And now it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Misses up and away. Full count now. And you have to wonder how much longer of a leash this pitcher for the Waves has. The full count pitch is a ball up and in. And 2 straight walks puts runners on first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up Chase James. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled and hit a sacrifice fly out to left field. And it looks like we may get a substitution at the mound. We will. We'll have a new pitcher coming in for the Waves. We'll take a quick break and come right back with all the information as we get it for the new Waves pitcher here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. No indication yet on who the new pitcher is for the Waves, but either way, he will come in to face Chase James. The first pitch to James is a ball well outside, and it's a 1-0 count. Runners on first and second base, nobody out. Dolphins trying to keep this game alive here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The 1-0. Strike on the low outside corner, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Well up and away, and it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Fouled back. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ball low in the dirt, and the count has worked full. The payoff pitch. Ball in the dirt. And James works a walk. Bases are now loaded with nobody out. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Brady White. He's 0 for 3 today, with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Would love to get something going here. Down by 4. A grand slam could tie it. The pitch. Ball in the dirt. 1-0 count. The tying run is at the plate. The 1-0. Misses low and inside. 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. Strike at the knees. 2-1 count now. The 2-1. Swung on and dribbled into the hole. Grabbed by the third baseman on the second for 1, but will not be able to make any more plays. Mark that as a 5-4 fielder's choice. A run scores. The runner at second, Podolik, moves up to third. And now there are runners at the corners with 1 away. So mark that as a 5-4 fielder's choice. And the run scores. It is now a 6-3 ball game. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Dawson Barnes. He is 1 for 3 today. With a single, reach on an error, that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1, and it's 0-1. Runners at the corner, 1 away. Infield playing in double play depth. Double play still can get the waves out of this, as that pitch is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's 0-2. Double play still can get the waves out of this jam. A home run can still tie the game. The 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and the Dolphins are now down to their final out. That'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Quinn Sherry. He's 1 for 2 today. That ball's fouled back. And it's an 0-1 count to Sherry. He's 1 for 2 today with a single, was hit by a pitch, and was stranded at third twice. Imagine if both of those runs had come in. This would only be a 1-run game now. Curveball in the dirt. 1-1 count. Runners at the corner, 2 away. The 1-1 pitch. Ball in the dirt, 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And it's a 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch. Long look in by the Waves pitcher. Now he gets set and deals. That ball's fouled back, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. If nothing else, Cherry is forcing this pitcher to use some pitches and hopefully make a mistake. Runners at the corners, 2 away. The tying run is at the plate. The 2-2 once more. Curveball swung on and fouled back. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Once again. Foul back again. And Sherry is just staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Ah, 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 ah. The payoff pitch comes up and in and it plunks Sherry. And he will head over to first base. Bases are now loaded. The tying run is on first base. The game-winning run is at the plate. And now the pitching coach goes out to talk with his pitcher. We'll see if they decide to make any switch. Does not look like they're going to. Just talking some strategy here with bases loaded. There are 2 away. So any ground ball or anything, just take whatever the easiest play is. I think that's what the coach is primarily going out to talk to them about, as that was a full infield visit. Just telling them, hey, look, there's 2 away. All we need to do is get 1 more out. They need to score at least 3 runs in order to tie the game. So let's just do what we need to do. And also maybe talking to the pitcher and say, hey, just throw it over the zone. Let's just get the out. As they move over, spins around, looks back. James at first, or excuse me, White at second base. The first pitch. Ball well outside, up and away, and it's a 1-0 count to Grant Mitchell. He's 1 for 3 today. With a single, reached on a fielder's choice as well. The 1-0, well up and away as well. 2-0 count to the lefty. The 2-0. Misses high, 3-0 count now. And you would have to imagine right here that they will not have the... You would have to imagine that right here that Mitchell would not have the green light. The 3-0 pitch. Ball up and away, and that walks in a run. And now it is 6-4. That'll bring up Matt Cinco. He is 0 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice and worked a walk. And they will make another substitution. A new pitcher coming in for the Waves. So we'll take a quick break and come right back. Still 2 outs, but the game-winning run is on first base here in the bottom half of the 7th inning here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Bases are loaded. 2 away. Dolphins down by 3. Pitch is up high. Or down by 2, excuse me. That pitch is up high. And it's a 1-0 count. Matt Cinco up at the plate. The 1-0. Misses up and in. 2-0 count. And could you imagine if the Dolphins just walked in the game tying and game winning runs? The 2-0. Ball low. And this is one of those, this is the problem that pretty much every team has had here in the Beach Collegiate Baseball League is lack of pitching, and thus, as a result, deep in these games, sometimes you gotta bring in relief. You have to bring in position players. And that's another walk, another 4-pitch walk. And that walks in another run. Now the game tying run is on third base. Game winning run is at second. That'll bring up Andres Pere. He's 1 for 3 today. The first pitch to Pere. Misses high, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Ball low, and it's a 2-0 count. The 2-0. Misses outside. 3-0 count. And at this point, if I were on the mound, I wouldn't even be trying to locate my pitch or anything. I'd just be trying to put it over the heart of the plate. Let them hit it. Because all you need is 1 out. The 3-0. Ball up and away. And this ball game is tied. Another run is walked in, and now the 9th hitter of the inning is up to the plate, and the game-winning run is at third base. 3 straight walks, and now BJ Spears is coming in to hit. He is 1 for 2 today with a single and 2 runs scored. The winning run is on third base. Bases are loaded, 2 away. The first pitch. A called strike on a curveball on the low outside corner. And the count's 0-1. The 0-1. Changeup drops in in the heart of the plate, and it's 0-2. And could you imagine, this game may go extras. The 0-2. Curveball misses low and away. 1-2 count now. The 1-2. Swung on and grounded over to the shortstop. He'll field it, flip over to second base in time. And that will end the bottom of the 7th inning. This game isn't over. We're headed to the top of the 8th inning. We've got extras here. All tied up at 6 on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Middle of the order, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Waves. In the top half of the 8th inning, here in extra innings, it's Kevin Warwick up to the plate. The first pitch to him is a ball high, and it's a 1-0 count. No runner at second base or anything. So we are playing real extra innings baseball here. Now that ball's fouled off, and it's a 1-1 count. Warwick has not had an official at-bat yet today, has walked 3 times as that pitch is a ball low and away, and it's a 2-1 count now. And the third time he walked, he came around to score in that 4-run 6th. That's a strike at the knees. It's a 3-1 count now. Excuse me, 2-2 count. The 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's one away. That'll bring up Dakota Miller. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 groundouts. Out now. The 1-2. Misses high and in. 2-2 count now. We are here in the top of the 8th. The 0-1. Strike on low inside corner, and it's 0-2. The 0-2. Curveball misses inside. 1-2 count. The 1-2. Misses high. 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled back. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. Two and 2 count. 2 outs. Here in the top of the 8th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Misses up and in. Counts full now. The payoff pitch. Foul back to the screen. We'll do it all over again at 3-2. The payoff pitch once more. Ball low and away. And Bishke works a walk. So runner on first base with 2 away now. That'll bring up Noah Wiggins. He's 1 for 1 today with a double, 2 walks, and 2 runs scored. The first pitch to Wiggins is a ball in the dirt, and it's a 1-0 count. All tied up at 6 now. Here in the top half of the 8th inning, we are in extra frames. Pickoff throw over to first base, And it gets away from Barnes at first base. So an E1 will allow Bischke to move up to second. So now runner in scoring position with 2 away. The first pitch to Wiggins is a strike on the inside black, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Just off the outside part of the plate, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on and chopped down the third base line, but foul. And it'll be a 1-2 count. One and two away in the top of the 8th inning. Here in extra frames. Runner on second base. All tied up. The 1-2. Misses up and in. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Swung on and drilled out into left field, but foul. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. And looks like he's going to have to switch his bat. Sounded like that bat broke on that pitch. So now he'll get a new piece of lumber. And now they get set once again. The 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that will end the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, no one left, and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Dolphins trying to win this one in extras in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 8th inning here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 10-1-2 due up for the Dolphins as they look to win this game in extra innings after coming all the way back from down by 4 in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Tying it up, they had the game-winning run at third base, but stranded him there. They'll see if they can do it here. That misses outside. It's a 1-0 count to Frankie Hernandez. He is 1 for 1 today. That misses low and away. 2-0 count. Hernandez is 1 for 1 today. has reached base on all of his 3 plate appearances, 2 walks, and a run scored. That is a strike on the high inside corner. And it's a 2-1 count. The 2-1 misses well high. It's a 3-1 count now. And with how these Waves pitchers are pitching, it seems like the Dolphins are just willing to leave the bat on their shoulders. There he hits it over to the shortstop, Bishk, and he will throw on the first in time for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring us back to the top of the order. And Owen Podolak, he is 1 for 3 today with a walk and a run scored. A walk and a single and a run scored. The first pitch to Podolak is a ball off the plate outside, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1 misses low and away. 2-1 count now. The 2-1 strike on the low outside corner, and it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2 will not come as time is called at the plate by Podolak. He'll step back into the box. The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the low outside corner, and there are 2 away. Chase James up to the plate now. He's 1 for 3 today, or 1 for 2 today. Hit a sacrifice fly and drove in a run. Has a single and a walk. That ball is swung on and fouled back to the screen. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball just misses inside, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Oh, no, actually, that was strike 3. That was a called strike 2 before. And that one swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the top of the 9th inning. All tied up at 6 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Heart of the order due up, or excuse me, the bottom of the order, 8, 9, 10 due up for the Waves as the first pitch is bunted. Marginovic tries to put a bunt down and pops it up, and it's caught by Cinco for the first out of the inning. Now in the ninth inning, they will go to the rules with the runner at second base. That misses well low and away. It's a 1-0 count to Delgadillo. Delgadillo is 1 for 2 today. That ball is grounded into the hole by the shortstop. Shortstop throws it, hesitated for a second, and that hesitation will allow Delgadillo to get on base with an infield single. So now runners on the corners with 1 away. That'll bring up Aaron Carlton. Carlton 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. The first pitch to Carlton is launched out into straightaway left field. Caught by Cherry in left. Tagging and getting thrown out at home for the final out of the inning, and the crowd goes wild on that beauty of a throw by Sherry into home, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning, and a chance for the Dolphins to win this one in the bottom half here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Heart of the order due up for the Dolphins, as it will be the 3, 4, 5 hitters. Brady White steps into the box. Chase James takes his spot at second base. So runner on second base to start off the inning. As expected, White is swinging, and he pulls it back and bunts it down to the third baseman. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Decided to pull it back and swing, and bunts it right at Marginovic at third base. And there is 1 up, 1 pitch, 1 out, and the runner is not able to advance at all. That'll bring up Dawson Barnes. He swings and fouls off the first pitch, and it's an 0-1 count. Barnes is 1 for 4 today. Also reached on an error by the shortstop, Bishk. That pitch misses up and away. 1-1 count. The 1-1. Ball low and inside. 2-1 count. The 2-1. Swung on and missed on a good changeup. And it's 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled off towards the Dolphin dugout. And it'll remain a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The courtesy runner at second base. 1 away. The pitch. Curveball misses high. And it's a 3-2 count. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Quinn Cherry. He's 1 for 2 today. Single and 2 hit by pitches and 1 run scored. The other 2 times he got on base, he was stranded at third. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 is the ball high. 1-1 count now. The 1-1. Swung on and hit over the head. Oh, what? No, what an amazing grab going up the ladder by Margenovic. He robs Cherry of a hit, and that potentially could have been the ball game if that had gotten out into left field. No runs on no hits, no errors, and the courtesy man left on base. We head to the top of the 10th inning. We go into real extra innings here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Top of the order due up for the Waves as we head to the top of the 10th inning. Carlton takes his spot on second base as the courtesy runner. As Scarcello steps into the box. He is 0 for 2 today, has reached twice on 2 walks. The first pitch to Scarcello. He squares around to bump, but then pulls it back and takes ball 1. And it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. He squares the bunt, pulls it back again, and takes ball 2 high. 2-0 count now. Infield is playing, preparing for the bunt. The runner on first base, as that pitch misses well high. 3-0 count now. And now the infield will actually move back. But now, nope, now Barnes will move back into where he was, as that pitch is fouled back. And it's a 3-1 count. The 3-1. Squaring the bunt, and he pulls it back, and he'll take ball 4. So walk to Scarcella, puts runners on first and second now with nobody out. That brings up Jason Ramos. 0 for 4 today. You would have to imagine the bunt is still going to be on for Ramos. He does not square around, and that ball comes well low and in. He has to shimmy his way out of the way. And it's a 1-0 count as he runs over towards the third base coach box, and while there's a mound visit, Cinco just went out to talk with the pitcher for the Dolphins. Maybe talk a little strategy here. Runners on first and second, no one out. The 1-0. The bunt is down and it's fouled off. Over towards the Waves dugout. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Bunt attempt once again. That ball is popped. Popped over to the backstop. And now it's a 1-2 count. And now you have to wonder if the bunt would still be on here with 2 strikes. Infield now moves back. The pitch well up and away, and it's a 2-2 count. Runner on first and second, nobody out. This game all tied up at 6 here in the top of the 10th inning and in extra frames. The pitch swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it all over again at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Misses high. Full count now. The payoff pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Do it all over again. The payoff pitch once again. Misses up and away, and I thought that, yes, it is ball 4. So now the bases are loaded with nobody out. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Nico Hall. Hall is 1 for 3 today, with a single and a run scored. And now it looks like there will be at least a mound visit. Not sure if this will result in a new pitcher coming in. No, it will not. They're just going to talk some strategy with runners at every base and nobody out. Trying to avoid a run from scoring. with the Waves being the away team, not a walk-off opportunity. But that would definitely put the Dolphins behind it. And that pitch is fouled back, and it's a 0-1 count to Hall. Letting a run in here would definitely put the Dolphins behind the 8 ball. Infield is in. Everyone in. That pitch is lofted out into straightaway center field. Catching it, jumping up and making the catch is Spears out in center field. But that will be deep enough to drive Carlton home. So that'll be a sacrifice fly for Nico Hall. And it is now a 7-6 ball game. The other 2 runners stay where they are. Stolen base attempt gets in. It gets past. Well, ricocheted off of White at third base. Luckily for him, it didn't get too far away as Scarcello thought about going home, but decided against it. So a stolen base for a good double steal puts both runners in scoring position now, second and third with 1 away. The 1-0. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 1, and it's a 1-1 count. Kevin Warwick at the plate. He has 3 walks today. That ball's fouled back to the screen. And it's a 1-2 count now. Has 3 walks, and it came around to score on 1 of those. The 3-1 pitch. Excuse me, the 2-2 pitch misses up and in. Now it's a full count. The payoff pitch misses up and in, and actually that was a 1-2 count. It was a 1-2 count initially. Now it's a full count. The payoff pitch. Ball low and away, and Warwick works a walk. Now the bases are loaded once again. Bases are loaded. 1 away. That'll bring up Dakota Miller. Miller is 0 for 4 today. Would love to get off the schneid here. Getting his first base hit of the game, or at the 1-1 count. Bases are loaded, 1 away. The 1-1. Ball low and away, 2-1 count. The 2-1. Ball low and away, 3-1 count. The 3-1 is lofted over the head of the shortstop into the left center field gap. They'll be cut off by the center fielder Spears, but 2 runs will score. It'll be a 2-run double for Dakota Miller. And it is now a 9-6 ball game. Runners on second and third now with 1 away. That'll bring up Tyler Bishke. The first pitch to him is swung on and grounded over to the shortstop. He'll look the runner back and throw on to first base in time for the second out of the inning. That ball was hard hit over to Mitchell, who was playing in on the grass. And he did a nice job looking both runners back before throwing over to first base for the second out. That'll bring up Noah Wiggins. Wiggins is 1 for 2 today with a double and 2 runs scored. Also has 2 walks. The pitch. Ball low and away, 1-0 count. The 1-0. Time was called. So the pitch does not count. And now some sort of discussion about something in between home plate and the pitching mound. And the umpire talking to the Dolphins dugout about something. Not sure what, can't hear it from here. But now we are ready to play once more. And now we are set once again. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and popped high up the elevator shaft. The catcher will take it himself and will get collided by the runner coming home. And they will say that was defender interference. And that will end the inning. But not before the Waves put a 3 spot on the board. And now they lead it 9-6. Last chance for the Dolphins. They need at least 3 going into the bottom of the 10th inning. Dolphins try to keep their winners brackets hopes alive. Down by 3 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. First pitch of the ball in the dirt, and the courtesy runner, Cherry, moves over to third on the wild pitch. And there's a run 90 feet away to start off this inning. Grant Mitchell up to the plate to lead it off. He is 1 for 3 today. The 1-0 pitch misses well up and away, and it's a 2-0 count. The 2-0. Curveball just misses high. And it's a 3-0 count now. The Waves need at least 3 to continue this game, 4 to win it. That pitch is a strike on the high inside corner. And it's a 3-1 count. The 3-1 misses up and away. And Mitchell works a 5-pitch walk to lead off the inning. Runners at the corners now with nobody out. That'll bring up Matt Cinco. Cinco 0 for 2 today with 2 walks and an RBI. The first pitch to Cinco is swung on in line down the left field line. That will get off the wall And that will allow 1 run to score. That'll be an RBI double for Cinco. And it is now a 9-7 ball game. And now it looks like, yeah, they're going to bring in a new pitcher. So another new pitcher coming in for the Waves. We'll take a quick break and come right back. Runners on second and third with no one out. Tying run is on second base here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Andres Pere gets ready to step into the box. He is 1 for 3 today with a walk and a run and an RBI. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. The curveball misses just off the plate outside, and it's a 1-0 count. Tying run is at second base. The 1-0. Fastball swung on and lined out into straightaway right field. Going back and making the catch is the right fielder. That will be deep enough to advance. Oh, no. Just barely getting in safely at third is Cinco. Mitchell scores easily. So it is now 9-8. And the tying run is 90 feet away. And there's only 1 out. So 1 away now. That'll bring up both BJ Spears. The first pitch to Spears. Misses outside. It gets past the catcher. Coming home and getting in there safely. And tying the game back up is Cinco. We are all tied once again. It is 9-all here in the bottom of the 10th inning. So it's a 1-0 count now to BJ Spears. He is 1 for 3 today with 2 runs scored. The 1-0 pitch. Ball low and away, 2-0 count. The 2-0. Strike called on low outside corner, and it's a 2-1 count now. The 2-1. Ball low and away, 3-1 count now. The 3-1. Ball outside, and Spears works a walk. Runner on first base now with one away. That'll bring up Frankie Hernandez. Hernandez is 1 for 2 today with 2 walks and a run scored. The first pitch to Hernandez. Ball up and away. Snap throw over to first base. And just diving back in time is Spears at first base. So 1-0 count now. The 1-0. Strike called right down the heart of the plate, and it's a 1-1 count. Pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Spears close. The 1-1 pitch is a ball high, 2-1. Another snap throw over to first, but Spears gets in safely. Gotta be careful with those snap throws, does Delgadillo, because he could easily airmail one out into right field down the line, and that could be trouble. The 2-1, that ball fouled off. 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch. That ball's grounded into the hole, ranging over to his right, and a high throw, but it will get back onto the bag, Warwick, and he will come down with it. Great play by Mergenovich with that throw over to Warwick. A little high, and oh no, actually they will say that they will actually say that he was pulled off the bag, and the Waves manager was not happy with that call, and now the umpires are going to convene to decide whether or not he came back down on the bag before Hernandez got to the bags. And they will say Hernandez did get in ahead of the throw, or ahead of Warwick coming back down on the bag. So mark that as an E5. And now there are runners at first and second with one away. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. And Owen Podolik. The first pitch to Podolik will not come, as pitcher will step off the mound looking both runners back. The first pitch is a ball outside, and going and stealing second on defensive indifference is Spears. So now the game-winning run is just 90 feet away. Runners at the corner, one away. The pitch. Fouled back. And it's a 1-1 count. Getting some more balls from the dugout is Delgadillo. Runners at the corners, one away. 1-1 count, all tied up at 9. Pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Hernandez close. The 1-1 misses inside. It will not quite plunk Podolik, as it came very close. Delgadillo lost the handle of the ball for a second, but he was able to keep it in front of him. and avoid... Actually, I take that back. The runner at first base, Hernandez, is able to advance on that ball. So now 2 runners in scoring position, and they will decide to intentionally walk Podolak to create the force out at any base and set up the double play opportunity. So runners on every base. Bases are loaded. 1 away. Chase James now up at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Or excuse me, 1 for 2 today. With a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Maybe he will be able to put another sac fly up in the air here. The first pitch. Swung on and grounded over to the third baseman. Thrown on the home for 1. On the first base. Is not in time. But they do get the lead runner at home. And this game is still tied up. Mark that as a 5-2 fielder's choice. And the bases are still loaded. Now with 2 away. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Brady White, who is 0 for 5 today. Reached on a fielder's choice and came around to score. That's the only time he was on base, as that ball is popped high on the right side of the infield. Coming in and making the catch is the first baseman, Warwick. And the Waves are able to get out of the jam again with 2 away. We're headed to the top of the 11th. All tied up at 9 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. We head to the top of the 11th, all tied up at 9. It will be the bottom of the order due up for the Waves. Logan Mergenovich gets ready to step into the box. He is 0 for 2 today with 2 walks and a run scored. All but 1 player on the Waves has either scored or gotten an RBI thus far today, as the first pitch is a ball low and it's a 1-0 count. The courtesy runner at second base. Really? It's for the football stadium. Why are they doing that? Really? The national anthem is being played over at the football stadium. They're doing some sort of football. I'm not sure what kind of tournament it is, but the players just decided to stop right in the middle of play to stand for the national anthem. So we'll wait for that to end, and then we'll get back underway. So runner on second base with nobody out. And now the pitch. Strike at the knees. And it's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1 misses outside. And it's a 2-1 count. The 2-1. Swung on and lofted up just beyond the first base bag. The first baseman, Barnes, will make the catch. And there's one away. They'll bring up Jonathan Delgadillo. He is 2 for 3 today, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. The first pitch to Delgadillo. Curveball just misses a little low. And it's a 1-0 count. Runner on second base, one away here in the top half of the 11th inning. That ball is popped high into and out of play. And now it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 well up and in. And it's a 2-1 count. The 2-1 misses well up and in, and it plunks Delgadillo, so he'll head on to first base. So runners at first and second now with one away. That'll bring up Aaron Carlton. Carlton is 0 for 2 today. Scored a run as the courtesy runner in the last inning. The first pitch is a ball inside. It's a 1-0 count to Carlton. Runners on first and second, one away. That pitch misses inside, 2-0 count. The 2-0. Swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's a 2-1 count now. The 2-1 is the ball high, 3-1 count now. The 3-1 is swung on and lined over to the third baseman. He catches it. Throw to second base in time. The line out to the third baseman. L5-4 double play. And that'll end the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 11th. All tied up at 9 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Middle of the order due up in the bottom half of the 11th inning. Dawson Barnes gets ready to step into the box. He is 1 for 5 today with a single and reach on an error. That pitches the ball outside. It's a 1-0 count to Barnes. The 1-0 pitch. That's bunted down the third base line, but foul. And it's a 1-1 count now. Runner on second base, nobody out. The courtesy runner, Brady White, over at second base. The 1-1 pitch. Well up and in, and it plunks Barnes. Oh, actually, no, they will say it did not hit him. Looked like it came up and hit him in the back, but it's now a 2-1 count. And now they will say it hit him. So he heads down to first base. So runners on first and second base now with nobody out. That'll bring up Quinn Cherry. He is 1 for 3 today with a single and 2 runs scored. The first pitch is a curveball that drops low in the zone, or low and away out of the zone, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and popped high out into straight down the left field line, going back and making the catch by the 330 sign is the left fielder Hall. That will be deep enough to move the runner from second, White, over to third. So now the game-winning run is just 90 feet away with 1 out. That'll bring up Grant Mitchell. He's 1 for 3 today with 2 walks, a run scored, and an RBI. And now, guess waiting for some balls. And now the manager for the Waves calls out from the dugout, tells everyone to move in on the infield. And the corners will be playing in, but the middle infielders are playing in double play depth. And now the runner from first goes to second. Just took off out of nowhere. And the pitcher was left blindsided, turned around, but didn't even have it throw, and probably a smart decision not to throw it. And now they will intentionally walk Mitchell to create the forced out at any base. So bases are loaded now with 1 away. That'll bring up Matt Cinco. Cinco is 1 for 3 today, has reached base 4 times, however, and has 2 RBIs and 1 run. The first pitch is a ball outside, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch to Cinco. Check swing on the curveball. Did not go around, and it's a 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. Popped high into straightaway center field. We'll see if it's deep enough. Coming in and making the catch is Miller. Coming home, the throw, and he is safe! Safe! The game's over! The Litchfield Dolphins move on and advance into the winner's bracket with the final score in 11 innings, 10-9 on a sacrifice fly by Matt Cinco, his 3rd RBI of the ball game. Once again, final score 10-9. The Dolphins win this one in walk-off fashion in the 11th inning to advance further into the winner's bracket. The Waves drop into the loser's bracket. Once again, final score 10-9 in 11. The Dolphins win this one. I'm Brandon Biskobing saying so long. We've got another game ahead in store for you guys after a thriller here. Once again, final score 10-9. The Dolphins win it in 11. I'm Brandon Biskobing saying so long, and we'll talk to you guys in just a little bit with the next game. So